Well, thank you. Well, thank you very much. G'day. How are you? G'day, mate. Do you like my intro? You're probably all expecting to see a Marvel movie, but unfortunately you've got me. So I'm going to take you on a little journey today. There's going to be some hard truths. There's going to be some hard truths. You may be offended. You may laugh. We better lock the door so you can't leave. Let's talk about the image of Rotary, of what people perceive Rotary to be in the, outside of this room. Okay, the people on the street, the general people on the street, when they think of Rotary. So this is the first thing. This is the first perception when people think about Rotary. You recognise these guys, don't you? Past district governors.
It looks like our incoming nominee.
You're laughing because it's true. So we do all the things. We do the prayer, we do the bells, we do the meetings, we do the badges, we do all this kind of stuff, the XYZ, meet here at this time, I do this and do that, and it's the same each week. And I always say that if I fell into a coma, right, I went to my Rotary Club, heard the speaker, I fell into a coma. By a miracle, I wake up 6 months later. And the first thing I do after I wake up is I go to a Rotary Club meeting. You could not tell me that I would not know that no intertwining 6 months that anything has changed. So, is tradition holding us back? The bells and the whistles, the songs for the Rotary Club. Who here still sings in your Rotary Club?
Yeah.
I even sang this week, and I must admit I kind of forgot the words. R-O-T-A-R-Y, that spells Rotary. Yeah, nah. Hey, if you want an 18 or 19-year-old to come to a Rotary Club, sure, come on. Okay, now here are the words. R-O-T-A-R. Yeah, where are you going? Okay. The usual reaction I get when we talk about change in Rotary. Change! We hate change in our organisation, but we have to change. We have to change. And we have to change quickly. If we don't change, the sloth moves faster than change in Rotary. Because I don't want to be the last Rotarian in 30 years' time who turns out the light of our clubs because we haven't adapted to our changing demographics in the community. We're all getting older, okay? We all do things the same way, which is fine. And I try to explain that Rotary and your clubs and the districts, whatever, don't be afraid of change. If there's new clubs starting up, if there's satellite clubs or there's clubs for young professionals or there's whatever, Rotary needs to sort of have a bit of a buffet menu, is what I try to explain. Rotary needs to have a buffet menu. So that when people come along and they see the menu on the buffet, they go, oh geez, I like a little bit of this, and I like a little bit of that, or I don't want that, but I'd like to eat this. We should be serving up a buffet, not just all we have to serve is the Rotary chicken. That's all that we've got. That's it. Like it or lump it, that's what you got. If you want to change and improve our organisation, get more people involved in Rotary, we've got to expand our menu board options, or even upsize them. So the most dangerous phrase in our language is we've always done it this way. We've always done it this way. And this is the worst thing I hear in Rotary, is that we've always done it this way. Because there is another way to do it. And let me tell you about companies that always did it this way. When was the last time you took a photograph with 35mm film? Hands up. There's always one. No, you didn't. Where did you get it from? eBay, 35mm film. An antique store. But who's here under the age of 18? There's a couple of kids. Do you even know what 35mm film is? No. You don't work for Kodak, do you? So Kodak really didn't embrace the changing to the digital photography, and Kodak's out of business. Blockbuster. There's only one store left in the continental United States, and apparently it's going to be closing in a couple of months. So Blockbuster, they didn't anticipate the rise of streaming services, Netflix, you know, all that kind of stuff. You can't even get a DVD, go down to your local wherever and hire a DVD, it's all online. So this is a company that didn't adapt itself to the changing environment. So one reason people resist change is because they focus on what they have to give up instead of what they have to gain. I don't mind if you love the prayers, you love the invocation, you know, you love the singing, all that stuff. I don't mind, that doesn't bother me whatever. You don't have to give it up. But you have to think about your clubs from a different set of eyes, from a new set of eyes, and how you can make your club fun, how you can make it a little bit sexy, you know, how you can encourage more people to be involved to deliver service. And true, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But as I say, if it ain't okay, fix it. And friends, honestly, it ain't okay. It ain't okay out here. I don't want to sugarcoat anything. In Australia, in New Zealand, in Canada, America, England, the Western countries, Rotary is not doing that great. Okay? People aren't knocking at our doors to join the clubs. So we've got to do something about that. And our biggest problem, though, is we're addicted to talking about our problems. Oh, we don't have many members. We've only got 50 members. We've only got 30 members. We don't have enough people to volunteer. Oh, boo, hoo, 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 hoo. We need to start talking about our joys, okay? The joys of what we get involved in, how we're inspired in Rotary, what we are doing for Rotary in the community, and what we're doing for the community. Because just think about it. If in 30 years' time Rotary ends, think about all these people in the world who aren't going to be helped. You know? All these homeless shelters, if we feed the homeless, or if we build a playground for kids with disabilities, or if we do all these great things, if Rotary's not there to do it, who's going to do it? So we've got to talk about our joys. We're not going to focus on our problems. We've got to, instead of change, we've got to transform. You know, we've got to transform our clubs. That's Optimus Prime, if you don't know who that is. So, talking about our joys is the reason why I'm the Rotary superhero. Because we are all superheroes in Rotary. We are all superheroes. A hero is an ordinary person doing things in an extraordinary way, and that's Rotarians. We need to tell Rotary's story. And so I do it on social media. This is my platform. I'm not the best at selling raffle tickets or fundraising tickets. I'm not great at, you know, cooking sausages. I'm not great at digging holes. Social media is the thing that I do. And yeah, of course we get this kind of reaction, oh, my grandson's on social media, he posted photos of his breakfast, whatever. You got to see about the thing is the power of social media. 1.9 billion people are on Facebook each month. 700 million people are on Instagram each month. This is where Rotary needs to have the conversation. This is where people are talking to each other. This is where Rotary's got to be seen. We've got to sell ourselves. So social media isn't just about the like. Okay? It doesn't matter how many likes you get. It's not about the like. It's about creating a positive story. And then the big thing, talk about diversity. Talk about diversity. Okay, women have been in Rotary now for 30 years, but yet people still think it's an old man's club. We need to really start talking about the diversity. And when I say diversity, I'm not just talking about women, okay? Or I'm not just talking about people of colour, okay? We need to stop talking about these old guys, okay? And we need to start talking about these sorts of people. You know, this is what diversity is. It's about people of colour, it's about people, sexual orientation, whatever. There should be no barrier to joining Rotary, okay? Whether you're black or white, straight or gay, whether you're a Martian, doesn't matter. If you want to help somebody else, Rotary is the place for you to do it, okay? And if you don't like that, then that is your problem, not their problem, okay? We should be, thank you. Thank you. So we need to talk about the diversity. We need to embrace new ideas and new thoughts into our Rotary clubs. So ultimately, we need more people to be involved. But we don't just want members. We don't just want, oh, our club wants 50 members, we've got to get another 10 members, okay? We don't want that. Okay, what we do is we need to build a relationship, Okay, we don't need to focus on numbers. Instead, start a relationship. We need to tell our Rotary story, and in doing so, we invite that person to come in and come in onto the journey and buy into the Rotary dream. We don't want numbers. We want Rotarians. You want to know how to get members? You got to play the long game. You got to build relationships with these people, these potential new people and Rotaractors, whatever. Tell them the benefits about being involved in your club. Don't just invite them to your meetings, okay? Because we have all been to boring Rotary meetings before. We all have. So instead, maybe invite them to something you're doing in the community, a service project or a social night. Slowly introduce them to the meetings, okay? Break down those little barriers, okay? And once they're sort of, drinking the Rotary Kool-Aid kind of thing, then take them to a meeting. If they can survive the meeting, then you've got them. So don't focus on the numbers, focus on building these relationships. So here's a couple of takeaways. Tell your story, okay? Tell your individual Rotary story. Look at your branding. See, the Public Image Chair is now proudly wearing his new Rotary shirt with a proper logo. Okay? How long were you the chair for? 3 years? It's only taken 3 years. Use social media. Whether you like it, you don't want to use it for yourself or whatever, that's fine. I'm not asking you to do that. But see the benefit of it for promoting Rotary, because we know where the conversation is. And the second thing is engage with your alumni. Rotaractors, can you put your hands up for me, please? Engage with these young ladies, young women, okay? You want members in your clubs? Focus on who you put through your programs. And so lastly, folks, Rotary was the original social network. I thank you very much. Thank you. You don't have to stand. That's okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.